Hi there folks, Panhandler again here. Been a wee bit remiss, been busy across doing some stuff in the restaurant, but I've been told I need to get some stuff out, so we'll have to keep it going for a little while longer. We're doing a kind of fish pie just now, and again, this is nothing like we would do commercially. I'm only doing this because this is what we've got to hand and it's in the house. We've got some nice diced cod fillet. This is actually pale smoked haddock, like it's kind of line caught smoked haddock. You can get it in a bright orange colour. It's been dye smoked as well, but this is actually proper line smoked. I've got some onions and some leeks, some purple broccoli we're going to have, some green leeks, and the cameraman's made me some mashed potatoes ready to go. They've been warmed. What I'll do is I'll try and make this as short and as painless as possible. I've got a wee drop of milk on the stove here. I'm just going to add this cod. You can just stay there if you like. I'm just going to add this cod to the milk. I'm not going to put any seasoning in it because the smoked haddock's going to have salty enough as it is anyway. So I'm just going to let that. It's cod. It's diced in about the size of your thumb. Make it any smaller and you'll lose the shape of it. That's the kind of easiest way to do it. Because in 5 minutes, let it come up. We're then going to infuse it with this nice smoked haddock. That's what's going to go. So in between all that, you'll get the recipe, you'll get the method and everything else, but what you'll find is you'll be asked to pint potato on top, or you can just put it on and mash it however you want. This is a nice Maris piper. It's been cooked for 15 minutes, let it steam dry, mixed with some nice seasoning, some fresh cream, and what we'll do is put it into a bag. I hate to say I use the throwaway bags all the time, but if you're piping potato, you'll need to buy a proper bag. This is a kind of nice hot bag of cold hot potatoes. This is where you can have a bit of a play if you like. I'll get a plate. Whilst your stuff's on the go, a couple of ways of doing your potatoes. You can do a nice swirly one. You can do a pigtaily one, a kind of nice mishmash, or a kind of shell type one. You can have a wee practice with your potatoes. That's the kind of potato topping we're going to put on. I'm going to make some for my neighbours. I'm going to have the fish stuff in the bottom of that, and then I'm going to use these for my containers for Veronica and I in the house. This potato mix goes on the top of your cooked fish mixture. This is easier to do when it's hot, when it's warm. There's 2 or 3 ways of doing it. There's 1,000 ways of doing the fish pie. I would normally have some nice fresh salmon. I'd normally have some proper smoked, bit more stronger smoked fish, and some mussels, and some prawns if you like. Shell the mussels. The whole thing you got to worry about is can't boiling over for a start. Add the stuff in such a fashion that it cooks. If you're extravagant enough to put in some whole king prawns shelled off and some scallops, what have you, I personally would pan fry them separately and add it to the dish when it's ready. Because what we're going to do is we're going to fold the sauce that we've made with this infused milk into the mixture. We're going to have a nice creamy base, some fresh leeks through it, then we'll pipe the potato on top. You can let it go cold, you can cook it, heat it the next day if you want, put it through the oven, it's fine. Some folk think you're overcooking the fish by doing it twice, but because we're going to eat it as we've just cooked it, I'm just going to pipe it in hot and put it in a really hot oven for about 5 minutes just to brown the potato. The fish is all going to be warm. So I'm going to put this smoked haddock into infuse for 5 minutes, then we'll come back and make the assembly. Okay folks, this is the smoked haddock and the cod ready to go. Like I say, it's the kind of thing where you can. There's one from a wee older lady next door to me. I make one up for her, and the other one's for her daughter and the grandkids. prawns sneaked in there. I get accused of eating them all as well. Yeah, this is the liquid I'm going to use to make the sauce with. I've got my favourite old pot. Got about 2 ounces of butter. I'm going to make a roux, and I'm going to add that infused milk to do a kind of smoky fish velouté. It's like a kind of fishy bechamel or a creamy white sauce. So that's what's going to happen. So you've seen me making these 1,000 times before, I'm sure. Equal quantities of flour and butter. Takes 3 or 4 minutes to cook it out normally, but I'm just going to do it because I'm under pressure here, cameraman. You'll see the hot liquid gets absorbed quite quickly because it's obviously never mixed hot and cold and young and old, so that's a new chef is saying, right, straight away. An awful lot of folk using metal or stainless steel whisks. It makes your sauce go grey and tastes metallic. This kind of dish, you can leave it slightly thicker than you would do normally because there'll be a wee bit of moisture still in the fish, and it'll help to hold it together a bit better for you in your dish. Touching it. You see the sediment of the milk's in the bottom of the pan. It hasn't caught, but you need to keep your eye on that when you're doing it. Proverbial pepper. You can put a thing called an onion piqué in there, which is half an onion studded with cloves and bay leaf to flavour it, but there's enough flavour in that fish, not to worry about that. Right, I'm going to let that. That's good enough for me. Here we go again. There's the haddock and the cod, smoked haddock and cod cooked. I didn't have a pan big enough to do the leeks. As you know, I like my leeks nice and green, so I've done the leek and onion in one pan, mixed it through these two ready to go, and all I'm going to do, as you like to see, you can do this as gently as you can. You can see the fish is still nice sized chunks. Right, some sauce. In between all the stuff, you should be tasting and seasoning and make sure everything's the way you want it to be. You can let this settle for 5 minutes till it kind of forms a wee bit of a skin so as it can take potato a wee bit better. So once this is done, I'm going to cut the camera for 10 seconds. I'm going to fill the bag, and I'm going to do some nice piping. This is quite a hard dish because the potatoes are there, you've got some nice leeks. There's not a lot you can do to serve with this. We actually serve a side salad with ours when we do it in the restaurant, but what you have is we've got some nice fresh purple sprouting broccoli. I'm going to just have that with it, but I think it's entirely up to yourself. But obviously you can't put any more potatoes on because you're going to have a nice cream potato on the top. So I'm going to fill the potato bag and we'll pipe these. The potatoes are quite nice and warm. Don't overfill it because remember you're going to have to be squeezing it. So clean the potato off the spoon. Squeeze it down. There's going to be an air bubble, so just that's it. Right, here we go. Do you want squiggly or what? One. Just enough potato, no more here. Oh, that's hundreds. Might not even make it. The man who does all the writing, Darryl, he will get the quantities for you. Not again. Get more potatoes down the bottom of the bag. You have to invest in a decent bag. I'm sorry. And get them in here, get one line. This one's by a company called Gilbert's, they're the best. Right, I was going to do something nice and fancy with this, but I've not got a potato. Anyhow, let's try. Just going to have a little air pocket. And more got a potato. Look at that, damn you. Anyway, that's for us. Two nice styles. There you go, stay at. And my neighbour 2 rows down. Put the broccoli in and I'll show you when it comes out of the oven. A really hot oven, 5 minutes. I'm going to brush that with butter. Some folk put cheese on it. I don't think it's nice. I could have had some nice herbs in it. I could have some chopped chives, some chopped parsley through the mix. I think the leek and the onions enough. So we'll see how it goes. Okay folks, here we go. The fish pie is come out the oven. The tender stem broccoli's all been done, ready to go. I don't know, did you see the fish t-shirt? I never realised that. That was, we won that in, Simon Crawford and I beat the chef at the cliff in the Caribbean, so he won it for me, it had nothing to do with me, so fish pie, fish t-shirt. This has been allowed to brown for maybe 10-15 minutes. If you want, you could give it a wee glaze with some butter if you like. I've just done the broccoli ready to go in the butter, so this is going to be quite messy. I have a nice fish in there. Oh, hot. Yeah, you can see it's quite nice, quite thick, nice, creamy, saucy. Not the best. We serve it when we do it individual, it's we individual pie dishes, it's nice, but trust me, it will taste delicious.